Started with a madman down in Texas decided he wanted to bus people up to New York City.
What? Welcome back to What TV. You heard it. We gotta do it. Because if you don't know, Greg Abbott, man, he pulled up to New York City and said he wanted to check things on Eric Adams. And if you've been following this channel, we've been calling for the governor of California, yes, Governor Newsom, get down to Disney and check Ron DeSantis because he's been talking about you. And Ron DeSantis may make a stop to New York City because Eric Adams tried to act like he didn't know why George Abbott was in his city. He was in his city to get money. But before we jump into this video, let's hear a couple things about how Eric Adams treated the migrants as they were incoming to this city. Because at one point, he wanted to take migrants in and dubbed it a sanctuary city. And then he reneged. So Greg Abbott pulled up to New York City to get money. Eric Adams in your town. Let us know your thoughts, man. Let us know your thoughts. Greg Abbott from Texas, the governor of Texas, he pulled up to New York to host a Republican campaign and to get money. That the tickets were $1,200 a seat. So Eric Adams, he pulled up to get money in your city. Stop acting like you don't know why he was here. But I like your response. Let's get into it and let us know your thoughts.
Lady Liberty sits in our harbor. New York City is the welcoming mat for the entire globe.
What? See, before he dubbed New York a sanctuary city and was welcoming migrants, and then he changed his tune to this.
Let me tell you something, New Yorkers.
The migrant crisis taking on a new tone.
Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. Stood up and I said, this is going to come to a neighborhood near you. Well, we're here. We're here.
Wow. Now you're saying that we're here, right? We're here. And you welcome some of these migrants to come to your city. So Greg Abbott has been hearing you talk about him, and he pulled up to your city. And this is what happened.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott in Manhattan tonight to headline a big New York Republican Party event and fundraiser.
All right, he's also at the center, of course, of the huge immigration debate responsible for busing thousands of migrants from the Lone Star State to this city. Fox 5's Morgan McKay live in Midtown with the latest. And Morgan, protesters were waiting for the governor tonight.
Steve, Natasha, a small group was gathered here outside the Hilton protesting the event, but Texas Governor Greg Abbott's presence here tonight sending a message on how Republicans plan to seize on immigration concerns this election cycle. Now, the ticket price to get into this annual GOP fundraiser was $1,250.
Wow. Listen, Eric Adams, man, listen, he got paid, listen, it's $1,200 for a ticket. And they sold out. Yes, he pulled up to New York City like he was on tour and got money and got paid for the Republicans in your city, Eric Adams. That's what George Abbott was here doing. He was getting money in your city. New York, let us know your thoughts. Texas, let us know your thoughts. Republicans, MAGs, let us know your thoughts. They getting money in New York City. That's what they did, Eric Adams. Stop playing.
Per person.
The complaining by Mayor Adams is nothing short than stunning.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott seizing on the opportunity to point fingers at Mayor Eric Adams while in New York City, highlighting why he believes Republicans will be able to pick up seats in November. The migrant crisis. Abbott began busing migrants to New York City in 2022. He claims after Mayor Eric Adams began blaming him for the increase in migrant arrivals to the city.
We made clear by contacting his office and said, we're not sending them to New York. So after a while, I figured, gosh, if I'm going to get the criticism, I'm going to get the credit. And thus began the busing of illegal immigrants to the sanctuary city of New York City.
But Mayor Eric Adams' team...
Wow, you heard that. Don't try to have a response. He said he took over the crown. Yes, since you want to dub him the sender and the promoter of sending out migrants, he took on the hat and he started busloads to New York City. New York City, let us know your thoughts. After the man sent busloads and millions of migrants to your city, he came to New York City and got money, New York. How y'all feel about that? I bet you Eric Adams can't go to his city and get money.
Pushed back on Thursday night on social media. Deputy Mayor of Communications Fabian Levy said that Abbott lied about this in 2022. Abbott's team says they have only bused around 40,000 migrants to the city starting in the fall of 2022, while Adams' team says that the busing started in the spring and is also suing more than a dozen bus companies for their role in transporting migrants to the city. Regardless, to date, more than 180,000 migrants have arrived in New York City. Adams responding to Abbott's visit to New York and said that he's welcome to stay at a migrant shelter to see what it's like.
So he can see what he has created and understand how we are treating people with the dignity and respect that he should have shown as well.
But the migrant crisis will almost certainly play a central role in this presidential election year. Meanwhile, outside, a small group protested Abbott's presence in New York.
Allies, community members, organizations are gathered here to let Greg Abbott know that his rhetoric of hate has no place in New York City.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That little protest that y'all try to do, that does not matter because we see, right? We see that the tickets were sold out. That means in New York, $1,200 per ticket. People were willing to pay to see Greg Abbott speak, man. Mayor Adams, they get money in your city. New York, stand up. How do y'all feel about this? After sending millions of people to your town, New York City, and you got to house these people in hotels in Randall's Island. How do you feel about this man pulling up to your city and getting money, sold out shows like he's Drake? Like he's Drake and Nicki out here. Come on, man. And Mayor Adams, we're gonna play more of the full response of Eric Adams offering this hotel stay, and we're gonna look at Greg Abbott's response. And let me know your thoughts about this response, okay? Hop in the comment section and tell me who won this war. Because he pulled up and got money in New York City. I don't think Eric Adams could get money in Texas.
I was wondering if you could comment on Governor Abbott being here today for the Republican gala, and whether you and Judge Radix have talked about serving him with a lawsuit today over the microphone.
I'm going to take executive privilege and answer your question. You know, I'm going to offer him a stay in one of the Hercs so he can see what he has created and understand how we are treating people with the dignity and respect that he should have shown as well. And I'm not quite sure why he's here and what he's doing while here, but he's going to see how you can manage the crises with coordination.
What? Stop playing. You know exactly why he was here. He was here to get money in your city, okay? In your town. $1,200 a ticket, and it was sold out. So let's hear his response to you on that, and let us know your thoughts. Let us know who you think won this war. And I'm telling you, we're not playing with you. Oakland, California, you need to get Governor Newsom on a first-class flight to Disney, and he needs to check Ron DeSantis in Florida. We need to see the same thing. We waiting. We are waiting.
So, Sean, the invitation is nothing more than a gimmick. And what I would suggest to the mayor of New York is there are people dying on his watch, law enforcement officers who are being gunned down by people who have been arrested 20 times. And he needs to take charge and make sure they keep behind bars dangerous criminals who are killing his fellow New Yorkers. Also needs to educate Americans and New Yorkers why he's spending their taxpayer money to house migrants here illegally because of Joe Biden's open border policies. 4 years ago, New York nor America had to do that because President Trump had in place policies that denied illegal entry. Joe Biden is directly violating the laws of the United States of America, and that's exactly why Texas has a border crisis and why New York has a border crisis. That crisis is not going to end unless and until Joe Biden enforces the laws of the United States. What Texas is doing is actually enforcing those laws.
Wow, you heard it there. He pulled up to your city to tell you what it is and to get money at sold out shows. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Tap in, and hit that subscribe button, man. What y'all think about this for real? Politics is crazy.